August 14th marked the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II, and one can find extensive information on almost every aspect of that war. But one group's story isn't heard as much. Now, the prisoners of war in Starkville. Retired educator Jim Hemphill shared the journey of one of those pals, his father, James Vic Hemphill Jr. Now, the elder Hemphill was a waist gunner in a B-24 bomber when he was shot down over East Steyr, Australia in 1944. Now, he would spend the next 15 months as a prisoner of the Germans from that time.
15 months would include what became known as the Death March, a more than 80-day, 700-mile forced march as the Germans tried to move prisoners away from the incoming Russian army. Hemphill survived that war and went on to serve again in Korea before building a successful business and raising a family. He didn't talk about much of his own experience, but his son and others are taking up the story so it's not lost.
For so many years, the P.O.W. plight or the service that they made during the Second World War, this wasn't talked about. And now the first generation offspring of that group, it's our responsibility to keep that dream alive and the honor of their service as POWs in the Second World War.
Now, a French production company made a documentary about Luft, Stalag 4, and the Death March. Hemphill and others are trying to get it to a wider audience in the U.S.
So, Keely, I actually had an uncle who was shot down in a B-24. Now, he didn't make it, but he was shot down over Italy, so sort of a similar area to Austria. So that's a story that's very personal to my family, too.
That is so interesting. And Charlie, also another personal tie, too, we were talking about Tales from the Crypt. Your dad's a historian.
Yes.
We've shared that, and you said that he's collected some things to bring that closure to some families before.
Yeah. He spends his free time kind of doing a Tales of the Crypt project, if you will. He will he'll buy a historical artifact, research it, and in some cases he'll let the family know if they, didn't have the artifact before, or even give it to them.
That is so interesting. And just imagine, to their surprise, like someone out there is trying to do that for them. So that's awesome.
Yeah.